It's 7:02 and we are gonna make a start. Yeah, so we're just gonna make a start and then hopefully people are gonna join us along the line. I don't hope to take too long tonight because this is like a first video, so it's like an introductory live video we're doing. I'd always said I wanted to do a live video for all my followers so you could ask all the questions you want to ask, and then if you want to ask any question live or you want to join the video to ask your questions for a few minutes, just let me know, request, and then yes, if time permits, we could do this tonight. But yes, my name is Ifedolakwa Jamu and I'm your Niger pharmacist in UK. I did pharmacy back home in Nigeria. I first qualified 2011 and then by 2012 I'd done my NYSC. 2014 I was here for my master's in public health because I didn't like pharmacy, so I was just gonna say bye-bye to pharmacy. However, coming here, education was different, and a friend of mine just said to me, oh, you could do a conversion. And just like many of you right now that have been asking me that same question about, oh, if you've never been here before, can you do the same thing if you've never been here before? I'm very well. I hope I can pronounce your name, Omaira Slam Zaid. I'm very well, thank you. So yes, like I was saying, so just like many of you that's been asking, if you've never been to the UK before, can you do the ospap? Yes, it's for everyone that has not been. Actually, it's for people that have not even been to the UK before. Like you've not practiced before, you're not a pharmacist. So just like you, I was scared then, and I said, oh no, this program is not for me. It's for people that studied in the UK, but apparently not. If it was for the people in the UK, it wouldn't be called Overseas Pharmacist Assessment course. So the only thing is you must have been practicing in another country. So you must have been registered with the pharmaceutical council in another country for you to apply for the program. So right, I then, did my public health, went back home for a bit. 2017, I joined the amazing team in Sunderland. And that was where I met Zaina. Amazing Zaina, very beautiful, calm and collected. Yeah, I miss you a lot, Zaina. And then yes, it was a very rigorous year for us. We came in with high expectations. In fact, some of us didn't even have any expectations. We didn't know what we were doing. But then we had amazing lecturers. I mean, amazing lecturers. And by the time we were through, halfway through the year, we were getting confident. And by the time we finished, by the time we finished, we were better prepared. Zaina can, testify to this. At first, when we came, we were all shaky and all that. We used to encourage. That was the good thing about our sets. We used to encourage each other a lot. So, hi, Jummy John, welcome. So, Omaira, you said I should tell you my experience with ospap. So yes, that was a bit of what I was saying when we came with ospap. So because when I came in for the ospap program in September 2017 and I did the postgraduate diploma. That's because, like I said, I did my master's before 2014, so I'd spent a year in this country before, so I came in. However, May of that year I had applied for Oriel, which is like the general recruitment process by the government. So as soon as I came in for ospap, I was writing my Oriel exam the week I resumed. So as we were doing the induction during ospap, for the beginning of ospap, I was also I went for my exam in Newcastle, which is like next city to us. So at the beginning, they did like a test for us, like an accuracy test. That's the mathematics and a bit of clinical exam, just to know where we are, just to have a bit of, to know your knowledge. And that was good because they knew where everybody stood. They knew the people that, and guess what? On the average, everybody was like on the average. So that was a good kickoff. My ospap experience, I would say, for everybody that were even before me, is at the beginning you're so very frenzied. I mean, you're very frightened. You don't know what to expect. At the beginning, it's very scary, but you know what? you would do it. All you need basically is somebody to encourage you, and that is why I'm here with you guys. You just need a bit of encouragement, to be honest, because at the beginning you really don't know what you're doing. It's entirely different from what you did back home. You'll be scared, I promise you. Yes, you will be scared. And I don't know about now because of COVID, but then we also had practical classes. It was a nurse that used to take us then, where you do proper examinations like doctors do. Because the way it is going now, which is why we are here today, pharmacy is going clinical as well, whereby before you see a doctor now, you'd have to see a pharmacist first, which is what they are doing now. But at the moment, what we can just do is, prescribe some over-the-counter medications. So we necessarily don't have to do an examination on you. But the way it's going, we are actually going to be carrying out examinations on patients, such that, there's not so much pressure on the doctors and the nurses. So that was the most frightening part of ospap for me, I would say, because where you have to do examination, you have to check the eyes, you have to check, you have to do like a check within 5 minutes. We did cardiovascular, we did neurology, whereby you test if the person has a balance, when they have problems, things like Parkinsonism, Alzheimer's and all of that. You have to do musculoskeletal, where you can, check when people are having pain, and if their, bones are not like in the right places. We call that OSCE. And we were going to be tested for it. The test was going to be, you're going to spend 1 minute, 3 minutes in each station, after which you move to the next station, and you have to pass all stations to pass. Yes, you have to pass all stations. I failed my mock. When my final exam, I did all my practical OSCEs well, and it was just the pharmacy one, which is the main one, the main one that I shook a bit. So basically, I was actually terrified, but guess what? I passed it as well. I thought I was going to fail it, but yes, I did. So that was the most frightening part for me. We had calculations as well, which at the beginning was, a bit frightening. I did it in the oral, and I remember in oral, I scored 5. You're meant to score at least 70%. If you don't score 70% in your calculations, you might not pass your ospap. And your final exam as well, you need to score 70% and above. So for oral, I got 50, but what they do again is, when there's like a massive field, they do like a consensus. So for oral, they allowed us pass, and what they just did, they scaled everybody according to how you passed. So at the beginning, calculation was a bit difficult, but as time went on, it was just practicing. So you had to practice, and every week we had a session of calculations in the dispensing lab. So this week was either dispensing, and then the other week was calculations. So we did calculations, and we alternated between calculations and dispensing. So if you'd ask me, ospap experience was really, really, really exciting. It was terrifying. It's like, when you're on a roller coaster where you're going, but you know what? If you'd ask me, I had the best experience, to be honest, because pharmacy school that I went back home, gosh, I didn't like pharmacy afterwards. It was just too, it was just too time consuming. It was how would I put it now? It was just too cumbersome, and we just had to be doing a lot of cramming and and things that were not really relevant. For example, like pharmacognosy, although now it's becoming relevant, because when they mention it now, people don't know it, but it was really